what's going on. Sorry for terrible lighting. I'm in an attic. Kinda looks like the sun. Yeah, the lighting's terrible, but I wanted to make a video. It's late at night and just recovering. I had work a little bit ago. Yeah, and then I came home. Ate some raw eggs, butter, cheese, milk. Well, I didn't have no milk yet, no. But I have some waiting. Yeah, I actually like my milk. I don't know why. I don't have a problem with it really, but I like it cold. I know it usually comes out warm if it would be fresh out the udder. I would think it would. But I don't know why. I don't have a problem with it if it's cold. No allergic reactions. I mean, it's raw. Goat milk, A2. Local, obviously. But, yeah, it's not even the point of the video. But I do like my milk cold. Just a preference. I don't know why. But, I just want to say in this video, kind of like a life update, but I want to talk about how something interesting. I always wanted to travel the world when I was younger, and obviously to see new places, but one of the reasons was I wanted to see how other cultures lived and participated, because even more so recently, but of course I'm recovering and stuff like that, as I said, but right before I got like really ill, I just, every time I'm inside, I always have a deep calling, or when I'm inside for too long, I just love being outside in nature just all the time. Like, it's cool to sleep inside, but that's about it. I don't really like working with technology that much, though I am right now. Of course, I played video games all my life and had my fair share of technology like anybody else. I was just never fond of it. I don't think it's necessary, but I do like YouTube as of right now. And it's a nice way to communicate and talk with people and spread information, and of course you can make money off of it. I'm not right now, of course. But, so I always wanted to travel the world, see things, and I wanted to see how other people lived and just be outside, I just, more than ever, I love the sun. When you're younger, you're not really taught these things, and you're not really aware. This is a perfect example of being aware. When you're younger, no one teaches you shit. No one teaches you how valuable the sun is. All the parents usually distract them, give them dolls, and which is nothing wrong with, but should be some limit. And kids aren't raised with love and treated right. And no one has a clue about anything, which makes the world even more funnier. Because everyone's just basically full of shit, and it's just all opinions at the end of the day. It really is. So one of the things was I put a thought into my head where you have to make a bunch of money to travel, or I wanted to get rich, and my friends that I had prior, or just somebody with imagination, I wanted to get a bunch of money, make music, become famous, and then basically travel the world. I always liked being outside, and I just had images of like going on hikes and just visiting places. And like an orthodox thing was back then, like I drank liquor and partied and smoked weed, and I don't really do none of that no more. Well, I haven't done it, say that. And it's just crazy how the thing like flipped and switched, and I went through hell and realized I've been sick a lot of my life, definitely malnourished. And I just, what I went through and still am, but I feel recovery, and I'm, really strong about it. I'm happy for that. And I'm not trying to like tag your tail and you know keep making the video longer. I'm not that type of person, but I just find it interesting because another thing, I wanted to travel the world, and the plan was be a musician because I ultimately like music too. And this is where it gets really interesting. I I wanted to make money off of music so I could do both, and because music to me, I used to like freestyle and make music live, and that was the funnest music. When you go and like record it, rehearse it, which I understand, but there's a process to it. The writing, like I was using the computer, so I was making the beats there. Eventually, I did that for a long, long time, and then you go record it in the studio. You're indoors a lot, and writing the lyrics. It's just like a lot of technology. Of course, you can work your way around it, and yeah, and I've just wanted to basically blow up off of music, which I still believe I can. I believe you can do anything. And music hit me real hard when I was younger, and it was funny. It just like a flashback, but this could be imagination too. Well, this is when I feel like it connected, and I was playing like on the computer, probably like RuneScape, and I was listening to like some Simple Plan, Green Day, like some bands, because that was like kind of what I was really interested in, that I first remember. And I always wanted to, it just made me feel like I felt something, and I can still like flash back to that and feel the connection. But I don't know what the feeling was. I just know the feeling that I was giving, or that I was gave through the headphones music, because of course I couldn't play the music out loud, and I was trying to isolate myself from my nosy parents, and annoying and making me feel bad, unsupportive, and just not loving me. I would have just think about this. I would have never even been on the computer playing video games if my parents actually showed me love and affection. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I was never given that. I wouldn't have been on the computer playing games. I don't regret playing all these video games, but nothing in life doesn't matter. But at the same time, I really didn't gain no benefit. I could have learned a bunch of other skills, but I am where I am. I could have learned how to make fires, or just, playing video games is not really productive, though you don't have to be productive. I'm not going to go any further with that. And, I could have been doing other things than playing video games, basically. Though I don't regret it. And so, I will say though, when I played video games all the time, I always got adrenaline rushes. So that could, and I probably had weak adrenals anyway. So that probably ultimately might cause my fatigue, because I know it builds up over time, and stress. I'm a real calm and disciplined dude, but for some reason when I play the video games, the stimulation, you know what I mean? I just get like, just that feeling, where you almost can't control yourself, and you get kind of like jittery, or just act real fast. And other things that done that, well, I always wanted to chase like adrenaline things, but those things don't really seem to be adrenaline like anyway to me anymore, such as like heights. And I don't know, I just been through a lot, so it's not that I'm dumbed down, it's just like, and I am a little bit, but not in a way as it sounds. It's just like, it's not as I thought it was, as it was before. Not saying, of course I'm recovering. So the music, the feeling that it gave me, for some reason, I just automatically wanted to give it back. And I was like, oh, I knew from there when I was like 11 or 12 or real young, I was like, this is what I want to do, definitely. But then, I'm not going to dive too deep in the story, but I just like hit the basics. I, all my friends were usually always older than me, and I talked to, later in life, I always talked to everybody, all the cliques, because my school was full of cliques, but I actually was the guy who talked to all of them. And I didn't talk to musicians. That was the only people I didn't talk to. I just didn't happen. The musicians were like hiding away. And so I ended up, everyone liked music, listened to it, but no one actually wanted to be in a band when I talked to my friends about it. So it never ended up happening, and that's why I ended up kind of doing hip hop and rap, because you could do that by yourself. And I used to write lyrics all the time, not even say them out loud for the longest time. So yeah, now we fast forward today. I don't know. I don't really. Of course, I don't want to be repetitive, redundant, but I don't really listen to music as much anymore. I just like natural sounds and the sound of nature. Not saying music can't be natural, but usually it's, it's hard to hear a phone. There's no bass. You can't hear the whole spectrum. I know it's electric, and I don't know, a lot of it doesn't make me feel good anymore. It's derogatory or just aggressive and evil and fake and way too poppy, which is just fake. And I don't have nothing against it, but any of that music, I don't. But it's just, I don't prefer to listen to it, and it doesn't, I just do other things. And it's just like, it is, I don't have nothing wrong with emotions or being emotional, but some of it's just like, if I'm trying, my ultimate goal in anybody's life, or we can just say mine, which I think anybody would want anytime, which, because it's natural, is to be happy. That's the end goal. You want to be happy, which it's pretty easy to attain, but, so to speak. But if you're listening to sad music or watching horror movies or listen to depressing music, if you're trying to be happy, that's kind of contradictive. And that's why I kind of don't listen to a lot of music anymore. And even when I did make my own music, I was focused. Like every time I was so envious, or just, I got so much ambition, I'd hear someone else's stuff and it'd make me like want to make so much music. So I could listen to like one song and make like 10 songs out of it, or, which I know that's inspiration. And there's also things like just the music. I don't know, I just realized a lot of people were being fake and a lot of people were sick, which is really unfortunate. And, and I said all the other things about the music already. So, and it's just like, I used to work out, listen to music, but I just don't need it anymore. I used a lot as like a stimulus. And especially when some things I was always kind of like nervous to show people my music. Because the thing, I'm not doing it live necessarily, because it was always a joke to me. Like, it ultimately was a joke to me. And in a good way. It was funny, but some people take it so serious. And I understand why they do. But it's a joke to me. I like to have fun when I do music. I don't want to be like super dead serious. Not saying it's not serious to do, but it is in a joking way. Too many people think life is serious, which I understand why the world or the system makes you think that, but it's a joke. Everything is a joke. Let's see if I can time this is. And yeah, I mean, so I wanted to get famous off of music and travel the world. And it's like, but I don't really listen to I was gonna say, like, I started making so much music, I didn't even listen to music anymore. It just became like completely the opposite. And um, I, yeah, I just kind of like that was the thing. I just stopped listening to a lot of music. To a lot of things changed, a lot of feelings changed. I don't really like drinking. Definitely not drinking. I'm not even sure about smoking. I haven't really even smoked. Um, and also, what I was gonna say, just I don't even have the drinking and the friends. I just don't have the same atmosphere, and I don't even have those same friends anymore necessarily. And they're probably still doing the same thing, which is, that's fine. You can do whatever. And I don't know. I don't know how much that scene fits me, but anyways, of course, when there's a will, there's a way. When you so in being famous, I realized a lot of it. These people are just fake and worship the devil and do just crazy things, and they're not even healthy themselves. They got a bunch of money, but they don't know who they are, and they're not healthy, and just acting fake. But anyways, so that came to the play, and I've just been through so many hardships and was so sick, and a lot of things changed. So I still want to travel, which is my dilemma right now. This is my dilemma. Because I want to make, again, you don't need a bunch of money to travel, but they were the things, these were like accessories. Gotta have some smoke. These were like accessories that I wanted to go with the music, but ultimately, I really think I wanted to travel. And I told myself, it was so funny because, like I said, the nature was calling, like that innate feeling is just always calling me, just always wanted to go outside. I'm not saying I didn't go outside a lot, but making beats and being a lot of music and stuff like that, like pulling me towards nature. And two, I always told myself I was gonna be a raw dude. And now look at me, I'm like, I eat raw foods, if you don't know, and I am a raw dude. I was always real honest and truthful, but now it's like coming full circle completely. It's weird because I always wanted to be a raw dude. I always said to myself, I never knew it was food. I never knew. It's like a fucking big secret, but it's right in your face. uh, so yeah, and there's some things coming up with music again. I honestly want to feel better because I can't feel a lot of things right now. Because that's what happens when your adrenal's down and you're fatigued, you have no energy, just not full of life. Basically, your light bulb's dim. And that's basically my story of wanting to travel the world. And I always wanted to see other cultures and see how they live because I felt like I didn't grow up with a family or a culture and don't have none of that experience, no family, no true love. I feel when you're with someone you love and there's no secrets, it's gonna sound when I'm talking about it's almost not real because none of us had it, but there's no secrets between people. Maybe for fun, fooling around, but when you're with a family or gang, like you support each other, you love each other. You're not bullying each other. You're not stealing. You trust one another. You're there for one another. But most of all, you're happy. You're secure. You're loving. There's real feelings. It's intimate between guy, and girl, and everything. Everyone's defensive over their boyfriend and girlfriend, and I get it. But everyone's just out of whack. A lot of people are out of tune. And a lot of stuff just doesn't resonate like it did. Just I found out a lot of things, and I did find truth, and I'm gonna keep searching, which is the best thing. And I always wanted to travel. That was the end goal. And that's basically the reasons. And I always thought you need a bunch of money to travel, and you don't. of course, basically everyone wants to be the man and everyone wants to be famous to some extent. Not everyone wants to be, and not everyone wants to travel. Some people like being on the stoop all their life, or being in the same neighborhood. And there's just different ways of living that we never seen, we were never accustomed to. And back with the culture, why I wanted to see different people. I'm talking indigenous tribes, I'm talking third world countries, I'm talking people that are isolated. Just I wanted to see how they live, that family aspect too, and that love. It's something we all should have. If we all grew up like that, the life would be completely different. Maybe for every not I'm just saying, if you grew up with that affection, that's a rare thing. Rare, like completely rare. Health too, and friendships, like real genuine. It's not, like that's why a lot of people are alone or hermits or don't trust anybody or against the world, and it's understandable. Families are completely apart, and I feel like America, or even first world countries, just I'm just making, from what I've seen, they don't have no culture. And it's just a mix of all these things, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there is no genuine culture, like really. And that's what I think I was something always searching for, of course, and what I wanted to experience. But it's hard to go, just pick somewhere and think you're gonna fit in, or that's gonna be what you want. And there's so many places and so many different things. It's, you know what I mean. And you just gotta go. You make a guess, which is blindfolded guess. That's usually how it is. Yeah, and just like a lot of celebrities and famous people, they just like lie to us, and it's kind of terrible. Everybody, like, uh, yeah. I mean, so this video was long. Hopefully, it didn't drag, but yeah, I don't know. As of right now, I'm planning on traveling, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. You don't need to save a bunch of money, and yeah, I find that real interesting. If yeah, sub to the channel, of course. If you have any ideas on places where to travel to, I stayed in PA pretty much all my life. I'm willing to go anywhere and experience different cultures and some nice places. If you have any ideas, let me know. Let me know how you feel about the whole situation I just explained, or experiences you've had. Thanks for tuning in.